Third quarter, JC Intal, after missing 10 games with a fractured nose, saw 8 minutes of action in Batangas last Saturday, scoring 2 points and pulling down 2 rebounds. He told us earlier that he was still trying to feel his way back into the game, and he already figured he wasn't going to see any floor time today as he was not in the rotation at yesterday's practice. But he was still an hour and a half before tip-off. He was still shooting hard and working on that jump shot and his penetrations, just in case Coach John will need to see him on the floor. Sal?
Thanks a lot, Magumar John. You were also very athletic together with Ian, one of our producers, in saving both our monitor, our microphone, and the rest of our equipment when I think it was Sean Daniels, no? Well, anyway, at least I have no problem sila mataganan. Yung equipment na concerned.
Strong game here by Enrico Villanueva, 8 points. Perfect from the free throw line.
Yes,
likewise perfect from the field.
That's the only moment you will be in a slow-mo, di ba? Yung sasalo ka ng player. Di ba? Kailan ka mag-slow-mo? Kaya sasalita ka, di ang pangit pakinggan nun. Haynes is the official bagal, ano? Haynes, the official underwear of the PBA. Oh, ito na. Itong Barako needs something. Alam mo, okay, the easiest analysis is it should start with their defense. Alam mo, it should start with the energy and their attitude, eh.
Energy.
Oh,
and somehow that fiery start by the Barakos was once again not sustained by the second unit, and as a result Ginebra was able to turn things around as early as the last part of the first quarter, and somehow from that point on, with this zone defense by Ginebra, everything has been tough from the outside for the Barakos. 83-65. This is a big 18-point lead for Ginebra.
Inside we go. Naharda loves to operate in the interior. Tough angle to work with. The hook by Di Mauna, no go. The follow-up on the second try, nothing as well. Tagiwa ahead of the pack, but Brown doesn't see him. He goes the other direction. Tubid, Villanueva asking for the ball. Screen being provided by Enrico. Pick and roll, and there's Tubid wiggling open. Enrico drops to the deck, and Tagiwa says, let's use some clock here.
No one even going for that loose ball here for the Barakos. Sammy Monroe seated on the bench right now for the Barako Bulls.
Here comes Naharda picking up the loose ball that was result of Tagiwa losing the grip there. Vergara, Wainwright, corner shot. Not there. 4 on 2. And the foul ending up with Wainwright, his third, and Tubid gets a bonus. Redontilia has approached the score table, but no chance to slide into the game. It is 86-65. Stretches 21. Reyes. Limaunahan. Finally getting it on the third try with the undergoal stab.
Aris Limaunahan is really playing hard. 8 points for Aris Limaunahan, but somehow the rest of his teammates haven't played with a sense of urgency here, even with this reality in their faces. Down by 19, make that 21 once again, 88-67.
And Kagiwa has just been playing so well. Despite the loss to Reynor Shiny at 28 points against Falcon Texas at 15.
He is 9th in the league in terms of scoring, and the leading scorer likewise for the Ginebra Gin Kings, who slowly but surely regaining his fighting form for Ginebra.
Ginebra wants to get out of that slight slump they're in right now.
Matagal din talagang nabakante naman itong si Mark Aguiwa.
In the meantime, Delia's he won't work, and Brown is getting a workout here today.
Leading rebounder so far for Ginebra with 14.
Ganda ng dribble. Hindi lang pumasok Aguiwa, unable to stretch an inch more to get that rebound. We're below the 9-minute mark. Montilla swings left, goes right. The running shot.
And let's see if the Barakos will be able to string up multiple defensive stops and buy consecutive baskets here to narrow this 19-point margin of Ginebra in under 9 minutes of play here in the fourth.
Villanueva, we haven't seen Enrico do too many of that. of late.
That ball screen defense of the Baracos has been crumbling to pieces, and Enrico Villanueva has gone to town with 2 rolls to the basket. 10 points in the game for Enrico Villanueva.
Who will get a Yakult slam dunk honor in a short while. Spin to the basket, resulting in a foul. Here it is, the moment in time. Look at this. Yakult slam dunk. .90-69, Montilla. Nacorda, bumped by Villanueva.
5 guys in twin digits for the Gin Kings, led of course by the 26 points of Denham Brown. Kagiwa has backed him up really well, scoring 16 points in 28 minutes. But Enrico Villanueva, Willie Miller, and Rudy Hatfield also contributing 30 points among themselves.
Nacorda, air ball, and everything simply falling apart for Barako. Miller is on the way back. 8:04 remaining.
Sammy Monroe fired 17 points in the first half, but after that, nothing has flowed from Sammy Monroe, and the Baracos are in this deep hole. 21-point deficit under 8 minutes left here in the final quarter.
Villanueva.
One of his most productive games offensively, Enrico Villanueva has not missed from the perimeter or from the free throw line. 12 points in the game for Enrico.
Previous high, 13 points against Rainier Shine. That will drop in.
Coming from a wrong-footed shot, Reed Montilla has scored 6 points off the bench here for the Baracos.
Sunday Salvation. And we're coming down to the 7-minute mark. Salvation lets it fly. Wanted to use the glass, ended up hitting the edge of the board. And a reach-in foul by Villanueva.
And the perimeter players for the Gin Kings have delivered in this outing against the Baracos. We have to highlight the fact that Ginebra's offense has dipped to about 84 points in their last 2 losses. They have averaged over 101 points in the 4 wins that they streak.
Okay, Ginebra asking for a timeout. Back in a moment. And time not to check on Speedmaker Derby Ace power move. Derby Ace game yung formula. Dito ka na sa Liambado. 7 and 10 to go. If you just joined us, this game didn't start exactly the way it looks like right now, with Barako enjoying as much as a 12-point lead, starting with tremendous energy. Barako then suddenly lost it in the second quarter. Big surge with Denham Brown firing some trays, and this shot works for Montilla. Now let's talk about Montilla. Montilla is just one of those guys who was born to shoot.
Very streaky, really. You can play him as a starter. You can have him coming off the bench, playing with superior confidence. At really fearless when you talk about putting up shots.
And Selena Cruz pockets of 3, makes it 95-74. Montilla now getting a little more attention from Miller. Running shot by Vergara. You know, I get the feeling with Barako that the shots that they've taken, just a push short. Merong air ball or lakas ng tira. In the meantime, medyo foul si Alonso doon at pinanganan na niya si Brown.
Well, it's a combination of really not being able to make the defensive stops on the other end, because Ginebra has shot the ball extremely well here today. Nearly 40% from the 3, about 54% from the 2. At nung early part ng first quarter, kaya naman nakakatakbo rito ang Barako, Ginebra hindi tumatama sa kanilang mga perimeter shots. But from the second quarter all the way to the fourth, Ginebra's really been able to find the open man. Willie Miller started it all for the Gin Kings, and the guys such as Salvation were able to deliver, as illustrated by that last conversion. Ginebra shooting 9 of 23 from the 3-point area, close to 40%.
Halos sigurado nang we feel that Sunday Salvation will play a role in the next round, regardless of where Ginebra ends up going. They'll need that outside shooter to sort of perk up the Ginebra game. You know, they run on emotion.